Hey, my fallen ones, and welcome to another Shen Pe Uts Taa-Neter production. I am your hostess and storyteller, Shen Pe. Now, this is going to be another rant. This is part 3 of Winter is Here. I ain't divested. I'm delivered. Part 3. And before I get started, I would like to begin with my disclaimer. I forgot in the last video, but I'm going to put my disclaimer here now. You have the right to remain vacuous. Anything you do not know can and will be used against you, most likely for profit. I am a storyteller, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Oh, goodness. I just want to begin with this being a very somber night in New York City. I think in the last video, part 2 of Winter is Here, I explained that there was a killing in New York City of a young police officer who died answering a domestic violence call to the home of a Black woman. They never gave her name, but she called police on her son, who is 45 years old, from Baltimore, Maryland, had an AR underneath his bed, and also had a 45 automatic weapon, Glock or something like that, they said in one of the news reports. And I just want to say that, like, this is so messed up on so many levels, because I've been looking at this going on all day. On so many levels, this is messed up. And like I said in my last video, this will set the precedent for the rest of the country, okay? Because NYPD is the elite force in this entire country. It's NYPD, okay? This is just so messed up on so many levels right here. And it's a somber moment for me, because I know that this is going to make it harder for Black women around the country. Okay? The mother... I want to start by saying the reason why I'm like, this is so messed up on so many levels. It's this young man, he got killed. He was 22 years old, brand new police officer, just got married a few months ago during the fall. 22 years old, lived in the neighborhood that he was policing, went to high school there. His family immigrated here or migrated here. They're Latin American, and so he's like, I'm speculating that he's like first generation here, and first generation to be police also in his family. You know, this is just so sad on so many levels. So the thing that I'm concerned about is, I like I said before, I'm like 53 years old. I was born and bred in New York City, Brooklyn, New York. I was born in Kings County Hospital when it used to be a hospital. And I've lived here all my life. I lived in Georgia for a while. I lived in Virginia for a while. In my youthful days, I was in Virginia, but I'm basically a New Yorker, 100% a New Yorker. And wherever I go, I'm a New Yorker. It doesn't even care. I mean, it doesn't even matter where I'm at. I'm a New Yorker wherever I'm at. But this is just so sad. And I'm saying this to say that, you know, all my life, I've been here. Police, you know, it's not a good thing, but police, you know, get shot. You know, police get shot. Well, so far, in the beginning of the year of 2022, we've had 6 police murdered, right? homicided. We're not even done with January yet. Okay. But I'm saying this to say that I remember growing up and coming up in the city. I remember as early as the 80s. There used to be, and I don't know, it could still be around, but maybe because everything is online now, I could probably look and see, right? But it could be online now, but there used to be advertisements at the bus stops and in the subways, and it would say, like, call 1-800-COP-SHOT to give any confidential information on any suspect that that has shot a police officer. And it didn't matter whether or not they died. If, they could have died or not, they wanted that person who shot police or even at police. And it was like, call 1-800-COP-SHOT, and turn in the person. If that person is arrested and convicted, you get a reward of $2,000. Now, this was for years they were doing this. I think they still do it, but you have to go online. You can go online to NYPD, One Police Plaza, on their website, and I believe you can, like, tell on people anonymously. You can inbox them on their Facebook and all of that, Twitter, whatever. And you can tell on people anonymously. Okay. So I'm saying that to say that, as long as I've been here and as many police officers that, has been reported over the years that's been shot or homicided, by a perp, there has never been anything like this. That's what's happening tonight, January 23rd. There was a procession of police officers from the tri-state area, okay? The tri-state area where I'm at is these 3 states, including and limited to New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. So police officers came from New Jersey, from New York, upstate New York, because we're in downstate. The 5 boroughs, the city is downstate, and then you have upstate. It's like really country up there. That's where all the apple trees are, right? But you have upstate, as far as Hudson River by Sleepy Hollow, New York. That's like a 3-hour drive, y'all. Westchester County, Dutchess County, it's like all of these different counties from upstate New York. They came down. It was about 100 police officers from upstate New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey that came here to Harlem to do a procession for the young man that was homicided by this DV call. Okay, about 100 officers, and they escorted his body to the funeral home. I'm just going to play this right here. So, y'all, this is not even a half. Okay. I left the link because I didn't want to play it, copyright issues or whatever, but I left a link in the description for another video that shows you all of the police officers lined up in the street, the fire department lined up in the street. And it's just crazy. And I'm saying that to say that out of all the years that I've lived here in New York, I have never seen anything like that before. Never. There has been police homicided, police 187 shot, and nothing ever like this has transpired for one of their fallen comrades, okay? And it really troubles me because of the situation, how it started. He was a rookie. He was really wet behind the ears. And from the reports that I hear from this young man, I don't think he was expecting to go into a situation where he felt that he would have to kill somebody before he was killed. I really don't. I truly believe, based on all of the stories and reports that I've read about this young man, that he truly believed that he was going there to help somebody, and instead he got homicided, And I feel so bad because, like I said, this was a Black woman who they said had left their she had came out of surgery and called her son from Baltimore, Maryland, to come and look after her. Excuse me. I don't know, but I don't even in that situation, like, I know she knew that this dude was no good. I know she had to know. 47 years old, homeless bum, criminal record. They said that is reported that, he's anti-government. Like, look, he's on the FBI watch list. He's one of those people. Anti-government, anti-police. Man, this is just so bad because, and the thing is, she never warned them that he could have possibly been armed. Like, she knows how violent this dude is. She had to call police on him, DV. Like, he been in the streets all this time, and you think all of a sudden you're going to call him back home to look after you and he going to be all right with that? Child. He didn't like you to begin with. He didn't like you, I'm telling you, this sets the precedent. Like, no Black woman is going to be able to call police for help or for assistance because of a G Floyd. I'm telling you right now. This is just really depressing because I don't just see it. I feel it coming. So cop killer kept firing at NYPD officers even after they were down, says sources. Look at this. The cop killer who shot two of the New York finest in a Harlem apartment kept firing at the wounded officers even as they lay helplessly on the ground. A complete execution caught on body cam, sources say. Career criminal LaShawn McNeil used an illegal Glock handgun with a high-capacity magazine to kill one of the officers and critically injure his partner, but also had a loaded AR-type weapon stashed under his bed at the time, law enforcement sources said or told the Post on Sunday. The suspect had been listening to extremist anti-government and anti-police podcasts before attacking the cops, sources said. McNeil continued to shoot at his police targets even after they were down, based on an officer body cam footage and the victim's wound, sources said. Evidence indicates that both officers were shot after being struck and having fell to the ground, said a source familiar with the investigation. Here's the George Floyd right here. Another source added, it's all captured on their body cameras. It was a complete execution. The ambush killed NYPD cop Jason Rivera and left his partner, Wilbert Mora, clinging to life. This is the apartment building that it happened in Morningside Heights. And ironically, this is right down the street from the Precinct on one side, and then on the other side of the street is Harlem Hospital, where they had took the officer in critical condition, Wilbert Mora, who is, they say, apparently is still clinging to life. And actually today they moved him out of that hospital because, it's Harlem Hospital. They moved him to a better hospital, New York University Hospital, downtown Manhattan, with the better doctors and stuff, because Harlem Hospital is, it's a Blackistan hospital. Okay? That's all I can say about that. The mother of McNeil, a 47-year-old convicted felon, has told the Post that her son suffered from mental illness. But she invites him to come back to take care of her. If he's suffering from mental illness, how is he going to take care of somebody else? But I digress. Rivera, a 22-year-old newlywed, was pronounced dead Friday night, and Mora, 27, was in critical condition at the Harlem Hospital Center after 2 operations with the bullet lodged in his brain, authorities said. More than 200 officers, including NYPD officers, state troopers, and cops from other agencies, marched to the hospital Sunday afternoon in tribute to Mora, who sources said remained on life support. Police said Mora is expected to be transported to NYU Lagoon Hospital. This was earlier today. He was already transported there. Here's a picture of, these are the projects right here in Morningside. Boy, I tell you, I think this is our new mayor, and this is our new NYPD commissioner, Keisha Sewell, I think her name is, it says. Let me tell you something. Once you have a black mayor and once you have a black mayor, you already know the town is going to shit. Okay? I just want to say that this is very bad. This is very bad, not only because this was a black woman who knew that her son possibly had weapons and didn't warn the officer, was mentally ill, and like, he's mentally ill, why, and you're out of surgery, why would you have him come and take care of you? Like, literally, what can he do at 47 years old and mentally ill? That's no fucking excuse. But I've noticed that ever since that whole Black Lives Matter thing, that's the excuse that they want to give, that these dudes are, these G Floyds are mentally ill, Oh boy, let me tell you something. Like, this is going to make it difficult for any single black woman that want to leave Blackistan. It's going to make it difficult for any woman, whether she's single or not, to get assistance from 911 when dealing with the George Floyd. Like, they're not going to show up until after you've been sent to meet your maker. Okay? I feel it's coming. I feel it coming. And I just wanted to put that out there. That was just, because this is not good. This is not good. I've never seen anything like this where, and there's always been, see, y'all don't understand. There's always been police shot in this city. This is, I hate to say it, but it's nothing new. This is nothing new. And for all of these police officers from upstate, 3-hour drives from 10 different counties, upstate New York, and then from Connecticut, that's the state next door to us on the right side, and then New Jersey, which is the state next door to us on the left side. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Nothing. Nothing like this, where a whole bunch of police officers from the tri-state area and upstate New York came down here because an officer has been homicided. I'm telling you. That was symbolic. That was symbolic of what's about to happen or not happen. Depending on which side of the spectrum or which side of the pole you're on. Okay, it's bad. This is very, very bad. So listen, ladies. For you that's already out here, that's not black anymore, because I'm not divested. Like I said, I'm not black anymore. I don't identify with these people. I'm not like those Negroes over there. I don't listen to their music. I don't agree with their thinking. I'm not a part of their culture. I don't fucking associate myself with them. I keep myself isolated from them the best way I can, okay? The best way I can. And when I'm out there in the street, if there's one walking behind me, I cross the street. If there's one walking beside me too close, I cross the street. I don't get in elevators with them, whether it's in public or not. I mean, I stay as far away from them as possible. I don't even ride the subway anymore, because all of them are living in the subway and they're pushing people, in the train tracks to get killed by the train coming by. Like, for real, it's like really bad. It's like really bad. I don't even get on the subway anymore. I get in the lift to where I need to go, and it's so dangerous out here. I know one of the Lyft dudes told me that, like, if I don't come like within 2 minutes, they'll leave, because that's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. So whenever I call a Lyft, I usually do that when I'm on my way downstairs in the elevator. Okay, and I practically stand in the middle of the street waiting on that car to show up. Okay? Try not to get hit by the other cars coming. Boy, I tell you, this is bad, y'all. This is really, really bad. This is really, really bad. Because, like I said, it doesn't matter. People are going to interact with you based on a premise that you're like them Negroes over there. It don't matter if you call yourself divested. It don't matter if you, call yourself, like I'd say, I'm not black no more. I'm not black anymore. I'm not black no more. I cannot stress that enough. But still, even, excuse me, even in that mindset that I have, I still, when I have to deal with society will still interact with me based on the premise that, I'm adjacent to these fools. Like, real talk. Like, I can't even escape that. There is no escaping that, because, I'm not an ambiguous person. You can look at me and tell that I'm Negro. There is no mistaking. There is no ambiguous anything. There is no questioning who or what you mixed with. None like that, So there is no escaping. And these people are going to deal with you because, especially if you're single, and not attached to a male from another race, they're gonna look at you like, wherever you go, these George Floyds will follow. Like, for real. Whether it's your cousin, your uncle, your son, your the the dick you sitting on, it it doesn't matter. And this right here, I'm telling you, is really gonna make it difficult. This is why I said that I'm just gonna have to leave the country. Because that's like my only way out of Blackistan. That's my only way out of Blackistan at this point, as a single person that don't want to be attached to a man right now. That's the only thing that, in the meantime, for those of you that, for whatever reason can't leave, I'm just telling you to be very careful. Be very careful. Be extremely cautious. I'm telling you. Because these G Floyds, like I said before, they have a karma that they have to fulfill, and you don't want to end up being a consequence of that. You don't want to end up being a consequence of that. And it connects to that article that said black men cost $50 billion. Let me see. So yeah, it ties into this. I first saw this on Yahoo.com in late December. Okay, it was published December 28th. And it says, you don't fully realize how big this problem is. Black men continue to have the highest unemployment rate, costing the U.S. economy $50 billion a year. But here's the kicker. You have to understand that they talk in code, right? It says the number of unemployed black men in the U.S. has grown so much it's costing black communities $50 billion in income every year. A study published last week revealed. Let me tell you something. Black communities is code word for black women. That's who is costing $50 billion in income every year. When y'all putting money on their commissary, right? When y'all over here giving them super chats, right? When y'all supporting their cyber panhandling and street panhandling, right? When you have them living with you in your apartment, whether it be Section 8, the projects, whatever, right? When they're driving your car, taking you to work, to your job, right? Right? When they're using your paycheck to go and get their haircut or their gold fronts or their new fresh pair of Nikes, right? You don't fully realize how big this problem is. They are costing you, black women, $50 billion in income every year. These George Floyds, right? And, boy, I tell you, this is not a good look. It's not a good look. They're costing you money. You are the one that support them, right? You support them. They don't support you. You support them. I repeat, they do not support you. you support them, whether it's your sons, whether it's your baby daddy, whether it's your husband, whether it's your uncle, whether it's your grandbaby, your cousin, your brother. You're supporting them. They're not supporting you. They are not supporting you. You are supporting them. Okay? And that is what it is. So they're costing you $50 billion a year. And they're going to continue to cost you $50 billion a year while you continue to be the consequence of their karma. Right? Child, boy, I tell you, look, I am not black no more. So that don't include me, because I don't support no George Floyds. I don't even want to hear. I don't even want the vibrations of the vocal cords, the vibrations that's coming out of the vocal cords of a George Floyd resonating in my frontal lobe. Okay? I don't even want that. I don't even want that shit, because it'll make me sick. It'll make me sick just listening to them. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know? I'm not black no more. And that's another thing that I want to tie that into this rant by saying that them phony ass bitches, fence riders, or whatever I've been hearing them labeled as, them bitches that's like, I listen to everybody. Well, you know something, like, those bitches you want to stay away from. You really want to stay away from bitches like that just listens to everybody, because those are the same type of lesser women that will go and listen to everybody, even though they say, well, I may not agree with everything that she said, but, you know, I still listen to her because she still got something good to say. Yo, them of them trifling bitches that just like to start shit. Like, real fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? First of all, how are you gonna agree or disagree with a fact, right? Or an opinion. Well, I'm sorry, not a fact. How are you gonna disagree with a fact or somebody's experience? You can't disagree with a fucking fact or somebody's opinion. I mean, sorry, you can't disagree with a fact or somebody's fucking experience. You can't disagree with my experience. You can't disagree with any fact that I present to you that's happening in real fucking time or in the now present time. You can't disagree with something that's in existence. Okay? Like, you can't do that. You can't disagree with my experience. You can't disagree with the next woman's experience, and so on and so on. And you can't disagree with facts like this study that was published sometime in December that says that you are supporting these George Floyds in the tune of $50 billion a year. You can't disagree with that, right? It's a fact. You can't disagree with it. So you can't disagree with a fact. You can't disagree with an experience. You can't disagree with an opinion. And you know, if somebody is on social media or celebrity status and they're claiming that they're giving you the knowledge and the information and whatever, and you're sitting there saying you don't agree with everything they're saying, that means all they're doing is giving you their opinion. Okay? They're just giving you, and you're just sitting there listening to somebody's opinion for 2 fucking hours, right? And then you take your messy ass and you're like, well, I don't agree with everything she said, but she do be saying some good stuff and I just gotta listen to it. Like, come on, it's just some messy ass bitches. They some trifling bitches, and then they'll go and start shit. Whatever this heifer didn't agree with what this other heifer said, she'll bring it back to the next person who she listens to, because I listen to everybody. I want to hear what everybody gotta say. So as soon as she don't agree with the rambling opinion of one person, she'll go bring it back to the next person that she listens to and start some fucking shit. Like, these bitches are really, but like, just be wary of bitches like that. Just be wary of bitches like that, because they just trifling. They're not, they're not trying to grow. They're not trying to develop. They just want to be in some messy shit because they're miserable. They're miserable. And what else do they have? They don't have anything else but that, to start some shit, because they kids don't like them. And yeah, I say kids because, by tradition, kids are sacrificial beings, okay? And most of these kids that, they gave birth to, basically they're only here because that bitch wanted to sit on a George Floyd dick, okay? That's why they're here. Because all she wanted to do was just, because she need dick. She needed it so bad, she went and sat on one and produced a kid, a sacrificial being. That's what she did, right? So, ladies, this just set the precedent for, when you're not a consequence of their karma, you'll be paying their $50 billion a year. It's costing you. So either you're a consequence of these George Floyds, or they're costing you $50 billion a year. Child. Because I know damn well ain't none of them taking care of y'all. Okay, I already know. I already know they ain't taking care of you. Okay, I already know. Child, boy, I tell you, this is just so messed up. Like I said, stay away from the messy bitches talking about they listen to every fucking body, because, I can't find the right term that I'm looking for, but a person who is in search of knowledge and information, they're not going to just listen to everybody, because if there's a person that doesn't resonate with if there's a person that doesn't resonate with what they're saying, then why are you still listening to them? Like, because you like to start some shit. You're just a messy bitch. That's why. Like, everything, you don't agree with everything. There's only opinions that you can agree or disagree with, not facts or experience, right? Only opinions. So you're sitting there just listening to people's opinions all day, and then you get mad because other people are bringing facts and experiences, real life experiences, and you're mad at them. Like, listen, stay away from them bitches. Them bitches is messy. And if you one of them lesser women that just listens to everybody, even though that person will always say something that you don't agree with, like, let me give you an example. There's a YouTuber here that's in the DIVESTED movement, and I don't know how long she's been on YouTube. I just came across her channel like very recently, right? Very, very recently. And, everything that she says on her, okay, well, the only opinion that I could say that she really gives is that, is that she well, I don't know, is that even really an opinion? I'm not even sure. Let me think. Well, no, because like I don't think she said anything that I don't think I don't think she said anything that I've disagreed with, because um most of her talking are facts. It's either facts or experiences or a combination of both, right? And anything that may have happened previously, which is an experience, no matter who experiences it, it happened. It was like something that had existed, you know. So I can't really say that I don't think she said anything that I've ever disagreed with. Um, I know I have to be careful listening to her, because I don't know, to me she's just so funny. I can't like eat while I'm listening to her, or drink my wine while I'm listening to her, or drink my hot cocoa or anything, because either I'll choke on that shit or I'll just spit that shit out all over my damn keyboard. Cause sometimes, I'll just be bust out laughing about what she be saying. And the crazy thing is that, the truth is funny, all in the same time and space. Truth is funny, right? Sometimes it hurts people, but I'm over that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just funny. But I would say that like she has a panel of ladies that come on all the time. And I would say, even when they talk about I would say that even when they talk about their opinions, I would agree with most of their opinions. But maybe just one opinion I just may not agree with, and it's basically when they speak about, the people on the panel speak about reparations and how they don't think that Black people should get reparations. I totally disagree with that, but that's an opinion. And then again, it's not like, they're not there to talk about reparations. You got Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore who talks about that and also give a political education. These ladies are not here for a political education. So, I could like dismiss that. I could dismiss that disagreement right there, because I'm really not tuned into them to hear them talk about reparations, or any opinion that I disagree with, right? So I'm just saying that to say that these bitches that be on here talking about they just listen to everybody, and no, you wanna really just be wary of them. You want to be wary of them, because they messy as fuck and they trifling. Those are like some trifling. Those are some trifling. They trifling. they trifling. They trifling. Like, for real, for real. But I'm just gonna cut this short, and I'm just gonna say that this cop killer, like they said, they called him a cop killer. This dude and his mama done set the precedent for the rest of the country, and how they are going to deal with Black women and their George Floyds, right? Even though these George Floyds are costing Black women, because this should say Black women, because the Black community is Black women, $50 billion a year in income, right? These George, look, he was homeless, he was a bum. His mother was a correction officer, okay? She was a correction officer. So he mentally ill, but she claims that, he had to take care of her, right? Like, I don't know how you do that, but look, this messed it up for everybody. And that's all I'm going to say. I suggest you take your $50 billion, right, and bring that somewhere else. If you're not attached in an interracial relationship to a Latino that can get you out of Blackistan, or a white American guy that can get you out of Blackistan, or an Asian guy that can get you out of Blackistan, I suggest you take your $50 billion of income and leave the country with that. Like, that's real talk. Because this sets the precedent. They will not be helping us. And we're already redlined. So this just makes it worse, right? This just makes it worse because we're already redlined. If you get a political education from Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? We're already redlined. But this right here, I'm telling you, when they see you coming, single woman, single black woman, oh, trust, you're not getting in. You're gonna have to be stuck in Blackistan, where it's costing you $50 billion in income every year. Okay? All right? And again, it's not for everybody because everybody's not going to make it. Everybody is, I've said that in my other video. Everybody's not going to make it. It's not for everybody. But for those 20 women that's listening and are evolving and just moving on, boy, I tell you, just take your money out. Just take your money out. Just leave. Like I said in my last video, I'm out of here, you know, because this is bad. This is really bad. And this here, right here, this is not good. I'm not trying to lose money, right? And this right here, this situation, I really don't feel safe now. If I thought that I didn't feel safe before, I really don't feel safe now. But I'm just going to leave it at that. I've done ranted enough. Stay away from them. I listen to everybody, bitches. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them. And don't let them in your circle. Like, really, like, shut them down quick, fast. Shut them down quick, fast. So, everyone, have a good night. And I'll be back. No more ranting. I'll be back with the continuation of the return of the Dark Mother. So in the meantime, everyone, stay safe, ladies. Stay safe. Stay out of these George Floyd's way. Always look in front of you, behind you, beside you. Carry a mace. Carry a stun gun. Carry everything. If you can, get a pistol. Carry that too. You know, because it's not a good look. It's not a good look. But until then, everyone stay safe, and I'll talk to you later.